Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason.
It's a fresh start for both of these clubs. Here we go, week 1 of the NFL preseason. Ray McCloud on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
These preseason games, Mike, they could be a little bit tricky for so many guys on the roster. It's just check the box. It's one more step to getting to the regular season. But for these young quarterbacks, you just can't place enough value on how important these game reps are. And here for a young quarterback who's looking to prove his worth, but potentially being the starting quarterback week 1, how does he command the huddle? How does he manage a game-like atmosphere? Until you put him under the bright lights, you just don't know the answers to the questions.
He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, to that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career out of playing in the NFL.
Still first down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. Well, that's certainly a way to break a 0-0 ball game. A safety, first points on the board, and the lead is now the bizarre score of 2-0.
Well, Mike, I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. I mean, for a safety to be the first points of a ball game is pretty uncommon, but a great job there by the defense, capitalizing on the field position and coming away with the 2.
McCloud to return. The Falcons offense ready now for their second drive. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Complete, former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, here's Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. From the gun, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing again, it's Penix. Now, deep ball for London. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10. To throw again, it's Penix. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. A give, and here comes Robinson.
The defense is willing to just give up that run every single time. I mean, they're going to leave guys as far back as they can to protect the sticks. And in this case, flow to the ball, make an open field tackle, get off the field.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Dolphins offense ready for their second possession. They trail by 2. And will start this drive with first and 10. Higgins sent in motion. They go play action for Burrow. Oh, a loose football. It's scooped up by the Falcons. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a second and 6. From the gun, here is Penix. And he's in! Kyle Pitts, touchdown Falcons. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Falcons will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Devon Achane to return it. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. To throw is Burrow. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Now the second-year man, Devon Achane. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Higgins sent in motion. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
You know, Mike, drastically different things waiting for these two squads on the sideline as they run off. I mean, we can hear the defensive sideline celebrating all the way up here. I mean, back-to-back drives, they come away with the takeaway. Now, on the offensive sideline, there's no celebration awaiting. It's coaches looking to gather their guys together and say, look, we've got to have ball security. If we don't protect the football, we have no chance.
The Falcons offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Throwing now, Penix on first down. That's...
Like damn, wop, I get a like urn, I'ma drop top. The sun won't burn when it lit like wop, but the stripes ain't earned. I'ma get it right now, I ain't waiting no turn. Got a brand new house, trying to avoid my hurt. About 6 point something in the field like church. Or the hood got whack and the set went turn. Got a 488 in the glide like Kurt. I've been living off golf on the last few deals. When the night check came and I still got chills. Hit a 2K lick, I ain't even go pro. Got a boss outlet, now I'm smelling like gold. Call me Ice Cube, baby, where they sit on my chain. Heard a lame. Trying to play up my name when I'm 23 to it and I'm going no brain, going dumb with these hundreds in my thumb. Got stank. Out here, everything come free. I ain't never met God, but I bet he know me. Put the money in a set of down them streets to the boy alley hooping. I ain't riding on fleek. Got a Porsche light scan in the ceiling, got peeled. I was 20 plus young when got real young black boy running, got me out of that field. Better living off game, you should get it on film. I ain't never your kind, late but I'm really on time. Girl, what you put in your mind, I ain't digging your sign. True for that mind, hurt but I made it out fine. Still in my prime, bro, really outline. Talk like you Tony, I'll grind, throwing 20 on 9. How you live with no spine? Bro, better off dying. Man, you got nerve, bro. Need to get a bird. And I'ma get it off first. Find a way you ain't surf. You looking all hurt. Funny till your ego got nerve. Boy, I made it all worse. Woke up looking like work. 150 lay on my shirt, 20 lay on my teeth. Boy, I make an M in my sleep.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Falcons and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Miami. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of... with it. And sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Now it's Burrow. And right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the rookie from the University of Washington.
And it doesn't feel like that long ago that when a quarterback was drafted in the first round, he would sit for a while, learn from a veteran. But these days, you're in the mix right away to be the starter week 1. But he has to earn it, and that begins right here with the first preseason game.
And looking to throw, Penix. And complete to Drake London. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Looking to throw, Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Penix. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Penix. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. A beautiful fake. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's Levi Onwuzurike fighting through and punishing the offense. A big tackle for loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Penix. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Now 3rd down and 7. They'll throw with Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
to the air. Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Robinson. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. They go play action with Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have him.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
And they go play action now. Burrow looking deep here for Chase. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. In motion, Hill. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And here's Jake Bailey now. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. A play fake. Now Penix. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the 1st quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Trey Hendrickson able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Gun. Dot, 11, empty. 11, 12.
And they'll go on the ground. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Excellent play there by Arnold Ebiketie to meet him behind the line for a loss. Burrow looking to pass. Pass incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's a 2nd and 5. In motion goes the tight end. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Right back to Pitts again. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. Forced out to his left. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
Over the middle, caught by London. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ray McCloud. 59 yards. And the Falcons add 6 to their lead. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throw caught by Achane. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. In motion, the tight end. Now Burrow. He'll get it inside the 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mostert is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Always got some breathing room. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Play action now. Cousins. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Cousins. Got an open man. It's Washington. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Cousins. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
On play action, here's Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
After the sack, you could understand it maybe been a little bit nervous back there, a little skittish. He looked awfully decisive when he took off and ran.
Very decisive and picked up that first down in the process. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. Washington's got him.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Tua.
A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In motion, Hill.
Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Mostert.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert,
ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Atlanta regains possession of the football. The last series for him, a little disappointing. Forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Slot man moves right. They go play action. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Cousins now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
To the right side and complete to Washington. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to make it fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken from just outside the 30. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go, Washington. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Cousins to throw it.
Got London on a slant. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. This will be caught at about the 6. So nothing doing there, and that'll set up 2nd and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Throwing is Cousins. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Patterson's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Miami set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Tua sets up to pass it. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points. He's got a man. Complete.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 81 yards.
And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 6-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And he returns this to the 22. Dolphins offense returning to the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
The short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Mostert. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line.
The Falcons offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play as borne out by the numbers.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing, Cousins.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
Now Cousins. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
And down he goes again. A bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now a run up the middle with Washington. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Now here's Bradley Pinion now.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Big tackle for loss by D'Angelo Malone. Just an excellent play.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half It didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Complete to Washington. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Tua.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Waddle's first catch, good for a 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Now a 2nd and 2.
45-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw again.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
That's another Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 3 yards to go.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 3.
Working out of the gun, Cousins.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Cousins now.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To throw, Cousins. To the right side, incomplete to Washington. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Tua.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 52 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. On play action, here's Tua. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
From the 29, here's second down and 2.
They get it to Washington, running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that,
the ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Running the counter with Mostert.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Waddle, the motion man right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Now he's free at the 35.
And finally taken down at the 15. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
Well, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. A good action to this point in the third quarter, just a 3-point game, 2nd and 10.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 10 yards out.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And not much happening on the return as they'll get this to about the 23.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Washington.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. They'll start the drive in Washington. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Cousins. That's into the hands of Dwelly. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point. 3rd down and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
They hand it off to Mostert. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. And they'll send the tight end in motion. That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they'll get this down to the 10. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Once again, it's Mostert. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And credit that sack to D'Angelo Malone.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This will get the lead up to 7. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Now Cousins.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
After the turnover, it's Tua. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Tua sets up to pass it. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
3rd down and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert,
an 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this fourth quarter. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Personal foul.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go with Washington to begin the drive.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Cousins.
Looking for London on the out route complete.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Cousins to throw it.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Got a man, it's London.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Cousins.
He's got his man, London, right side.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
They'll come up now on second down.
Here's Cousins. It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Here's first and goal.
Working out of the gun, Cousins.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal.
And a quick throw here that's complete. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The home team's offense and Raheem Mostert making their way out. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 34 seconds to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Staff points can be used when you have to see what some talent trees make you select a pick.
Like ice cream on Shanti, playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. I'm my head, boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Save your grace for me. Say, boy, what you want? Get that. Shoot in my mouth, shoot in my and one. Okay, on the real, I'ma take his out. I'ma take him from his. On the real, I think he knows.
I think he knows. When I play with him like that. I think he knows. When I save him like that. He's wrapped around my pinky finger, watching the way I move. More power than on. And he knows it's true.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason.
It's a fresh start for both of these clubs. Here we go, week 1 of the NFL preseason. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs come out with the face of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes, 2-time regular season MVP, 3-time Super Bowl MVP, just in his 8th year, best in the business at the helm for KC. Greg?
Make no mistake about it, Mike, even though these games might not mean a lot in the grand scheme of things, they certainly matter when it comes to the evaluation of these rosters. You just can't replicate these situations of live reps in practice. So what do coaches do? They give guys a little bit of taste in the preseason games. Can you separate yourself from the rest of the pack? I'm excited to see who steps up, who makes a case to snatch one of these roster spots over these next couple hours.
He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. And they will finally run him down.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
1st and 10. Here's the 3rd-year man, Isaiah Pacheco. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Off the play fake, Mahomes. That is caught down the field. It's Worthy. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. 20-yard pickup there. 1st down, KC. They put Kelsey in motion. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible, and sometimes it's by design.
That is caught by the tight end, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, KC. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg, able to find the end zone on the game's 1st possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
The extra point by Butker is good, and the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback, former first-rounder out of Alabama. It's Mac Jones.
Mike, and it's been a bit of a mixed bag now as a starter in the NFL for Mac Jones. You look back on the success he had back at Alabama, national champion quarterback, Pro Bowler as a rookie with the Patriots. And then it just seemed from there his play started to fall off. Can he recapture some of that success he had as a rookie? If he can, he has a chance to restart his career in this new style.
On 2nd down, here's Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Shotgun now for Jones. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On fourth down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. Back deep for KC, Xavier Worthy. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. The ball comes out. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, it's Jones. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's gonna end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Chiefs offense and their running back Isaiah Pacheco head out for the next drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
He'll take this ahead for a yard, down to the 49. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Jones. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They put Strange in motion. Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jones. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
At the 40-yard line.
They put Strange in motion. Again, they'll throw with Jones. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. To the right, on the run, it's Etienne. He brings this to about the 26-yard line. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Second down and 8.
It's second and 8 at the Chiefs' 26-yard line.
Quick throw here on the RPO, caught by Thomas. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. On third down, here's Etienne. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
That one taken in. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, it's the rookie Xavier Worthy. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense ready to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he's going to weave his way forward. That's a first down at the 44-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Mahomes on first down. A short one caught by Kelsey. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's second and 2. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
To the sideline, caught by Worthy.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They put the tight end Brown in motion. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
The throw on the run is complete. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And a good run there, finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Now, Jones. That is caught by Washington. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Jaguar 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
He's going to run it. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Jones. This one complete to Washington. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First carry for the Auburn alum, Tank Bigsby. Down the sideline to the 20. And he's going to take this all the way home. Tank Bigsby. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught. Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake filled first half continues. back is Wentz. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And he will go all the way. Justin Watson, touchdown, Kansas City. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Chiefs 17, Jaguars 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Keelan Robinson to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Jaguars offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground, it is Bigsby to start this drive. And he'll take this to about the 28. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Bigsby. He'll work forward for a couple. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Whoa! The Chiefs offense ready for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Here's Wentz. Toward the middle. That one caught by Watson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. Wentz under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
3rd and long. To throw, Wentz. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. To throw, here's Wentz. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he's going to have the Chiefs' 1st down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down. Here's P-Rock. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Wentz into the hands of Juju. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Throwing is Wentz. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Gray is the motion man here. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He connects with Gray on that one. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got a man. It's Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Back to the air one more time. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. He's got his big tight end, Noah Gray. Touchdown, Chiefs. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Jaguars offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Bigsby. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Jacksonville.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another 1st down. Tight end going in motion here. Now they give it to Bigsby, heading right. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it's still stopped for no gain.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see,
the pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious.
A 50-yard attempt.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Jaguars are able to get it back within a score.
and I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 17 yards.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and